And for the latest on the ground, we're joined by our reporters Chen Tong and Wu Bin in Shanghai. Chen Tong is at Xintiandi, a central commercial hub, and Wu Bin is at the Bund, right by the Huang Pu River. I'll go to Chen Tong first at Xintiandi. Chen Tong, so what's the current mood like there? And how busy is it after 2 months of strict virus control measures?
Yes, Tony, I'm now at Shanghai's Xintiandi, an iconic commercial area in downtown Shanghai. And as you mentioned, after 2 months of suspension, Xintiandi is officially open to the public today. And so far, 80% of the stores here are now open. And we know Xintiandi is combined with shopping malls and office buildings. And companies working at office buildings here are also preparing to resume operations. But at the current moment, coming to Xintiandi is still a bit complicated amid the virus prevention measures. And now I'm joined by Clarence Li, Commercial Director of Xintiandi. Thank you very much. So can you first briefly tell me the virus prevention measures at the current moment and how has the customer flow been doing this morning?
Okay, sure. Welcome to Shanghai Xintiandi. Basically, today is the first day we open. Nearly 80% of the shop and restaurant are reopened already. But people actually the tenant has prepared for days because they need to do all the internal cleanings. And also we have a briefing to all the staff to make sure they understand the measure, like they need to scan the venue code and also digital scanner before the customer can go in. So for ourselves, we have very careful control of the ingress and egress, which are totally separated, so make sure the two crowds won't be collide with each other. And also we have designated points for the F&B delivery and take up as well. So we need to make sure it's a safe and open environment. We are very happy that today, although we officially open at 10 o'clock, we saw people queuing up at 8 in the morning already. So we also send them flowers and balloons to welcome they coming back.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Clarence, for your time. Well, before I go, there's one more thing I would mention. The reason why I chose Xintiandi as a place to do the live course today is that Shanghai has dedicated to revitalize its economy after 2 months of suspension. And earlier, local authorities have launched 50 measures to revitalize the economy. And one of the important things is to further boost the consumption sector. In the first 4 months of the year, the retail sales in Shanghai dropped by double digits. So Shanghai authorities are saying it's encouraging shopping malls like Xintiandi and also e-commerce sites to give out coupons and promotions, trying to pull out the retail sales. So we will see how everything we are doing in the following weeks. Dongning.
So nice to see people being able to go back to the shopping malls indeed. Thank you very much, Chen Tong. Now to Wu Bin at the Bund by the Huang Pu River. Wu Bin Bund is one of the most famous icons of Shanghai. So tell us what you are seeing right now at the Bund. What's the atmosphere?
Well, absolutely. The Bund is definitely one of the most famous landmarks in Shanghai, and I would like to give you an overview of the Bund. As you can see, it's noontime, and today is Wednesday. It's actually still work day, but we still see a lot of people coming to the Bund to take a walk or to breathe some fresh air. Actually, I went to a lot of landmarks this morning and talked to many residents in here. Some of them came to buy the food they love, and some of them came to buy new clothes, and some of them don't have anything to buy, but they just want to, go out and breathe some fresh air. And today I also have a special guest, Wang Zihang. He is from the other side of Huang Pu River, and today he also traveled here to want to take a walk on the Bund. So Zihang, so tell us how do you travel here, and why do you want to be at the Bund?
Yeah, that's correct. I live in Pudong, and I traveled from Pudong to Puxi this morning by subway because I was so excited to know that most of the city is no longer under the close of management. As a person who stayed at home for like 74 days, I was so excited to go outside and see this beautiful city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's the one thing that you want to do the most, after you are able to go out on this very special day?
Yeah, to be honest, my first priority was to get a haircut. As you can see, I just got one. So I'm currently just craving for a cup of coffee. I will just go get one, I think.
Thank you very much, Zihang. And also, meanwhile, Shanghai also opened some of the scenic spots and parks, like the famous Oriental Pearl TV tower behind me. It is open starting from June the 1st, and it says that it will be free to all children for the entire June. So I guess that we could consider that as a Children's Day gift. But still, authorities urged residents to keep wearing masks and be alert, since a small portion of the cities are still under closed-off management. Back to you, Dongying.
Step by step, then, it's already nice to see people beginning to come back to normal life in Shanghai. Thank you very much, Wu Bin, reporting from the Bund in Shanghai.